Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? I hope you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I put the camera in a different spot, so I want to know if you guys are still able to hear what I'm saying. I've got my comments over here, that way I can see what you guys are saying. I'm not just making creme brulee. That's just one of the things what I'm making for dessert. And I'm going to be showing you a different way to make creme brulee. If you've never made it, it's really easy, but it's really, really good. Sorry, I had to fill my sugar up. For dinner, I'm going to be making just some boneless buffalo chicken for dinner. That's really easy to make too, so. Well, we didn't end up having any wings or legs or anything, wingettes. But we had chicken thighs, and chicken thighs work just as good if you cut them up into bite-sized pieces. And for some reason, my fryer is on the fritz. So I am short, so I have to get a chair to stand on. So don't mind me. Well, fries or thighs work just as good. For our breading, I've made a handmade before, but go to the store, we get this Hooters wing breading. It works just as good, and haven't had any issues with it. So normally the way I work my live streams, if this is your first time joining me, is I don't get started cooking until about 15 minutes in. And it's only been about 5 or so. That gives people enough time to kind of come in, say hi, things like that, and I'll get an idea of who wants to be in here and see what I do. And I'm going to be uh, giving some information about a new website I'm going to be putting up starting next week. So well, thank you for joining my stream. I really appreciate it. I know a lot of people are like way up on the camera, and that's because it gives them the ability to see the comments and this and that. Well, my live streams are a little bit different. This is the first time I've actually had the camera back where it is. That way you can see my whole counter space. And just gives me a better ability for you guys. Yeah, I remember saying hello to you, and thank you for subscribing. Just so you know, Kate, if I can call you Kate, Ashley Lynn is my wife. Anytime while I'm doing anything and I'm not concentrating on any comments, and you want to know something, Ashley, and most 95% of the time is in on the streams. So oh, okay, well that's cool. Where are you from?
Texas.
So I'll go ahead and get started. If other people want to join,
She's
then
in South Texas by San Antonio.
oh wow, you are right next to that border. That has got to be interesting with what's going on down there right now. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about that. I'm kind of watching everything at the same time, so I can see the view you guys have. If I need to adjust anything, or if there's anything while I'm doing any kind of demonstration or cooking, then let me know, and I can get it closer to you. I'm working on getting things set up so that I have like a multi-camera ability, so that I have one camera focused here and then another camera over at the stove, because there's a lot of things I do at the stove while I'm cooking, techniques and stuff. Well, this time we just went and bought the boneless, skinless chicken thighs frozen at Walmart, Uh, it just makes it easier for certain things. Well, hello, Heaven Gates Cherry Farm. How are you this evening? Whenever I'm cutting up boneless, skinless chicken thighs, even though they're boneless and skinless, I still try to take off as much fat as I can. And the way they do it, the way they cut these, there's always a little, well, in 90% of the thighs that I've experienced, there is a little bone chip. And I'll show you with the next one what I'm talking about. And I'm just going to cut these into small kind of bite-sized pieces. I know a lot of people don't like to get their hands kind of dirty or gooey or whatever, but whenever I'm fixing dinner or anything like that, I
Richard says hi.
Hi Richard, how are you? Well, I always like to make sure that I'm understanding the food I'm cooking with. And sometimes that's easier said than done. But I want to know that the food that I'm cooking isn't full of fat. I like to get to feel the texture, because sometimes you can go and you can buy what they call fresh meat in the store, and it's not so fresh. So you want to always make sure the texture's right, that it was cut right, because sometimes they don't even cut it right when they're oh, let me see. Let me find a good example. That's actually a really good idea, Kate. We don't generally buy the whole chickens, though. I know it's more economical, but Ashley can end up getting really picky about the type of meat she eats. She won't eat chicken breast meat. So it's kind of pointless to buy a whole chicken, cut it up, and have all that breast meat, and she doesn't eat it. So I go with the things that I know she does eat: chicken thighs, legs, things like that. So I've got a few people in here, and I appreciate everybody that's come in. I hope you like the new angle that I'm at. Sorry, my counter is so big. Next time I'll try to figure out a way to get it a little closer, but so that I still have the full view. I right now am working on a food blog. I'm designing the site myself. It's going to. I love to cook. Okay. I love to do things so that I'm showing, like these videos, like these live streams, where I can show people that you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money to get good food. And that's one thing I'm going to be doing with the creme brulee. that it's not hard. You don't have to go out and buy special stuff. And the site is going to be able to let you join. There'll be a members area, and you'll be able to post uh, in a blog style where if you have any techniques or ideas or thoughts, you can do that as well. And I want to create a community of people that love to cook, that don't like the idea that every time you go on Facebook or Twitter or any of the social media posts, even YouTube, okay, I'm cooking in my kitchen. I'm sitting here right in front of you guys, showing you how everything is done.
All sorts says hi.
Oh, hi, All Sorts. How are you? And I want minded who don't like seeing all those videos and all those posts, because you want to see all that food. You want to try to make that food, but when it comes to it, that video was prepared in a commercial kitchen. It was prepared with all kinds of gadgets and gadgets that not everybody has. And sometimes you just can't do it. You don't know the things that you can substitute. You're maybe a little iffy on cooking, but you like the idea of having that. So that's what this site is going to be about. So as soon as I get it online, I mean, it's online now, so I'm not going to tell you the site name, but because I'm kind of doing it as an online live sandbox type thing where I can mix and match different things that I like, and I can see it the way everybody else is going to see it. But as soon as I have it ready to be out there, then I'm going to give the address, and I want you guys to go check it out. I want you guys to I'll have a whole bunch of stories on there already, thoughts, ideas, useful techniques, useful I've already got on there stories about the differences in sizes of measuring and what equals what. I've got on there. Well, I'm putting on there tonight a map of different cuts of meat and where they're from on the animal, what different types of meat are used for, things like that. So yeah, that's what I'm wanting to achieve, and hopefully you guys like the idea. I know whenever I do cooking streams or live streams of any kind, that my cooking streams are liked the most. Hi Melody, how are you? Wow, you did get notified. Cool. I'm about 10 minutes in, 15 minutes in, but it's the point that matters. What'd she say?
Nothing.
Oh.
I'm just laughing at you.
So I've had my oil warming up past 20 minutes or so. I like to warm oil up really slow if I'm not in a deep fryer, because just like an oven, oil in a pan will have hot spots and cold spots. And I want to make sure that it doesn't have any that it's the same temperature at the bottom as it is at the top. Because I know when I put that chicken in, and this isn't all I'm making, I still got a couple more in here, but now I'm just taking a gallon-sized bag, taking my cut up pieces, and tossing them in, along with my batter, my dry batter. I seal it up. Add in just a little air. Shake it all up. So I'm going to let that sit for a few minutes because I want that, while I cut these up, I want that batter to sit on that chicken for a few minutes. Okay, so as soon as I tell you to watch for any little bone chips in this kind of chicken, then I don't find any more. That's how it goes. Oh, hi, Howie. How are you? Thanks for coming in and joining me. I enjoyed watching your live stream.
Oh yeah, how is it? Sorry, we
Thank
were
you.
talking.
Oh, it's okay. Put the rest of that in. All little scraps that I have, I'm going to throw away now. Clean my sink out.
Kate said a month after her bypass.
Yeah, I saw that. That's sad. I'm so sorry to hear about that. Aw. Sorry, my cat is knocking my camera out of whack. That's better. Still kind of crooked, but sorry, no, the house isn't crooked, it's just the camera at the moment. So I'm going to let this sit in this batter for a few while I finish my coffee. Try to catch up on comments a little bit.
Melanie says she misses us.
Yeah. We miss you too, Melody, but it wasn't one of those situations that we can take care of. That room was all kinds of drama and ended up not being for the best for us. So we are just Howie. We are just doing buffalo chicken, something simple. Because afterwards I'm going to be making creme brulee, and I'm going to be doing it without cream. I'm just going to be using condensed milk and sugar and eggs. I'm going to show you how to do it without having to do ramekins and all kinds of stuff. So I still have that condensed milk, don't I?
Yeah, we have 3 cans. It's in the corner of the shelf. I believe the second shelf.
Okay, I found it. Yep. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Howie. Yeah, condensed milk actually works with a lot of things, and can be very, very useful. So, don't mind the steam, dishwasher. You never really realize how hot a dishwasher gets until you open the door. I'm just rinsing them off because they were in the dishwasher. And the dishwasher's not quite done yet, so. But I need it on that point. So I'm going to attempt to bring you all over here. See how this works out for me. Okay. Sorry. Sorry if that made you all a little dizzy. Raise you up a little bit. So, pretty simple. I don't have any of those special scooper things. I just make sure that my spoon says heat resistant to 400 degrees. Now all I do is, you can use tongs or whatever, but you don't want to add too much at a time, just a couple pieces at a time, until you want to know that it's going to be hot enough when your chicken goes in and it starts to bubble. So a piece at a time, wait about 5 seconds, another piece, wait about 5 seconds, because this is going to, the bigger the piece, you want to wait a little longer, because this is going to drop the temperature of your oil. And you want it to stay at about 350. Yeah, that's a lot of subscribers. I only have about 250, and then, but I don't have that many videos up, and they're not all that great, and I haven't taken a lot of time to do it, so. That should be enough for the moment. I can add a couple more pieces. Well, thank you, Melody. I appreciate it. It actually takes off a lot better. Yeah, and that's what I... Okay, sorry about that, guys. Now, I've got quite a few pieces in. Want to make sure they're kind of stirred up a bit. You guys can see that it's bubbling in there. Now, a good indicator of when they'll be done is they will rise to the surface and start to float. I just have a baking sheet with a wire rack on it because when I get done with them in here, they'll go on here and they'll drain oil.
Macaroni and cheese with it tonight.
Sure. That's a big accomplishment. Actually, there you go. Now you have another one. I hadn't done it before because I was getting ready, but it doesn't really take long. As you can see, like this piece here, I picked it up off the top. I'll let them cook for just about a half a minute longer after they start floating. It's got a nice golden color to it. It's got a little bit of firmness to the chicken. Oh, you're allergic to capsaicin? Now this breading, it doesn't get like crispy or anything. So they're still going to be somewhat soft. But I'm just peeling them off the top. I like to kind of keep them bunched together when I put them over here, because when I put another one on, they'll all kind of keep each other really hot until I get them all done. Now I want to wait a minute. That way the oil heats back up before I put more in. So I'm going to put some more in. And while these are cooking, I'm going to make the sauce. I'm sure most all of you know how to make the sauce. It's just butter and hot sauce. The more hot sauce you add, the hotter it's going to end up being. Oh wow, that's not a good way to find out that you're allergic to something.
Oh, yeah, Mike yelling and everything. Sounds like Adrian.
Yeah. That's really good. So I know it's cooking. I know it's hot enough because it's nice and bubbling nicely.
I'm just allergic to all the good drugs.
Do what?
Well, he said I'm just allergic to all the good drugs.
Oh.
Hot sauce.
Don't mind me while I'm drugs that have sulfates in them. You'd have to look it up or ask her. Penicillin is one of them.
But she can take penicillin. One of those weird things.
Well, it says she can't have penicillin in the time. Oh, okay.
She's allergic to sulfa drugs, but she can take penicillin.
I am just taking some butter. Well, margarine, butter, doesn't matter. If you prefer to have butter with stuff, then that's, just some butter. Melt it down a little bit in the microwave. But all you do is you take your melted butter, your hot sauce, put hot sauce in it until it has the flavor you want. If you like it hot, put more hot sauce or get a hotter hot sauce. We generally use quite a bit. Well, yeah, you can use butter or you can use margarine. We generally use margarine, can't generally afford butter the way it is these days. my sauce. I'll wait up for a few more of these to get done. Well, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. It's kind of random when I do my live streams. It depends on what I'm cooking, or so. Just hit that notification bell if you could, and uh, you'll be notified as to whenever I do come live. And if you could hit that like button, the thumbs up right before you head out too. I've got a bunch of people in here and no thumbs up. What's up going on with that, people? Oh, I do have 4? Okay.
Andrew.
It didn't show any over there, so. Awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It didn't show over on my iPad that. Sounds good. I'm going to be here for a little while because after this, I'm going to eat a few pieces, sit down, chit chat with you guys, and I'm going to make some creme brulee. What did he say? No. I know. I'm about to put the sauce on the first bit, so. And if you're picky with your food and temperatures and stuff like that, you can use a thermometer in various pieces to check and see. But I have never been steered wrong. I have never encountered an even semi-raw piece when I've cooked this kind of chicken if it's floating. that you're not going to eat. Well, if you live closer, you'd be invited to come over. Oh, hi, J-Dog. How are you? Doesn't just look yummy. It is yummy.
Stop eating my dinner.
Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. I kind of ran into you. Okay, so the way we do this is pretty easy. All I do, let me get a couple more pieces in. And I think that's all of it. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. Actually, in the trash. And all I do with this got that sauce nice and mixed up. Actually, take some of the chicken, handfuls of it. Stir it around a little bit. I do it this way because if you toss it all in one big bowl, mix it up, and you're done with it, when you mix it up, it's going to break all that chicken up and kind of ruin it.